Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Well, today I'm gonna start on planting some more of my plants here in my garden. Starting my garden today. I got a lot of things on my agenda today. I want to try to get some of that dirt put into my chicken house and level the floor up a little bit. So I got my tomato plants, my eggplants, and my peppers. I'm gonna try to plant most of these today. Get them out of these little containers, and that way they can have a better start, and it's not going to be quite as hot, and that's another factor that's really good to get these growing. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to take some of this dirt here on this end, on this windrow right here beside the cabbage, and I'm going to move it over there where the tomatoes are. That way I'll have some of this fertilizer over there. When I planted the tomatoes, I didn't put any of that mushroom dirt over along here. It's just regular dirt. But these tomato plants, they look pitiful. I'm going to pull all those and start from scratch. So I had a cabbage plant that was killed by some kind of rodent. You can see the teeth marks right here where they chewed it off. I got it looks right beside it. That's a seed from my radish. I got some more coming up in here, but I'll have some radishes for long too. I have an ant problem too. It looks like some black ants wanting to build their little home in my garden. So I'm coming along here, pick up some of these rocks, get rid of these rocks here. So I'm out here. I'm setting these tomatoes 2 foot apart, and that'll give them plenty of room to grow. So I'm gonna lay them all out here, and I'm gonna start planting them. Okay guys, let's get planting. I got each one of these plants 24 inches apart, and this will give them enough space to root out. Get plenty of that nutrient dirt. I'll just dig a little hole, and we'll get the roots in there. This one here is a heat master. We're gonna try a heat master this year, guys. Put it in there and break the dirt around it really good. Kind of pack it down around it. Pinch those little suckers off. Just go down through here. So I'll pinch the little suckers off there. That way they'll make better roots. So I got my plant scatter out there, and we'll start planting those. These are red bell peppers, and I got like 6 or 7 of them, and then the rest are eggplants that I'm planting. So I've got several different types of tomatoes. This is a heat master. That one too is a heat master. This one is a big boy. I hope I have some big boys. This one's a big boy also. There's just several different types here. These are the lemon boys. I wanted to try those, so I bought 2 more of those plants. And these are the supersonic. I'm going to try those this year. But I got 2 more spots here. I have to plant some tomatoes, so I'll stop by the Atwoods and get me some more of those tomatoes. I'm not sure what variety I'm going to get, but I'm going to get one. Boy, it sure is a beautiful day. I really have been enjoying myself. And tomorrow I'll bring my seed potatoes, and I plan on planting some okra right beside my peppers. So I'll make me a row right beside my peppers and eggplant, and I still have quite a bit of room. And I'll probably plant my green beans back in there, and okra right in here. That tree there is going to block out a lot of the sun, but it's not summer yet. Yeah, the sun's right up there. Beautiful day. So I guess head over here to the dirt patch. I'm going to get some dirt for my chicken house. So at one time, I believe this was some kind of barn here. It's probably been 60, 70, 80 years ago, maybe even 100. But this dirt is so rich in nutrient. It's almost like right out of the barn. It's a good dark soil. I brought my big shovel from the house over here so I can get more dirt. I don't have to waste a lot of time with that little shovel. I can just get in here and get it and get out of here with my dirt. It's another beautiful day. Well, today I'm getting ready to plant potatoes. I've been at it already. And these are my potato eyes. Each one of these will be a potato plant, so I can cut it right in half and have a new potato plant. So you have all these little eyes too. Those can count. But I'll just cut it off right here, maybe a little more. Just cut it in half right there, like that. And this will be a plant, and this one will be one, and this one. I'll just do the same thing to it. Just cut it in half like that, and take it out to your garden and plant it. It'll grow. So I got my potatoes laid out here in the row. Of course, my dilly is a lot wider because I want to have a place for my potatoes to grow. And I'm planning on putting some mulch or straw around them. And this row here is going to be my okra. I'm going to plant okra right through here. And in between these rows, I can come through here with my tiller and cultivate it, each one of these rows here. So I got them all planted. Just be about 3 or 4 days, maybe a week, and they'll start coming up. Hopefully by that time I can get my okra will be big enough to grow. And I'll start putting my green beans in right beside here. I plan on putting like 2 or 3 rows of green beans and a couple of rows of cowpeas. So I got some more dirt put in here. I don't know how much more I'm gonna need. So I'm planning on putting me a lock on here, right in here somewhere. Put a lock, or maybe down here somewhere. I'll put me a lock so I can lock this up. I had an incident the other day where somebody came out and they stole some stuff from me. So I had the great big red one, and now I had to dig out my little one and use it. Part of my reason I got they stole my level is I forgot to lock the door on this shed. So this shed has a lock, and I got to make sure I lock it when I leave, because somebody will try to get my tools I got in there. I'm gonna start building me a box in there where I can lock all my tools up. If they get in there, then they can't get my expensive tools. So the other thing I did is I cut off the door a little bit, and I put another board to match the other one across here, and then I filled in this beside the building also. Got it all filled in so keep the animals out of there. So got my line laid out there. I'm getting ready to plant me some green beans. Some of these bush blue lake green bean. So I got these beans spread out all the way long, all the way down this line here, all the way down to the end. And what I'll do is I'll take my finger and I'll poke that down in there about an inch, about like that. Just go along here and poke these in the ground like this. That way they get germinated. Yeah, it'll be maybe a couple weeks before they come up. Some will come up before others. So I got all my green beans in, and I started on my next row right here. I'll probably plant some, like I'm really tired today, so I'm going to take a little break. So here's my okra seeds, plants that I've planted out here. I got several of them. These are all okra. And these are a spicy red chili pepper. And these two here are bok choy. So I came back out here this afternoon and planted three more rows of, or two more rows of the green beans. And there's an owl over there. Let's see if I can get him to answer me. There he is right there. There's that owl. Woo, 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 woo. I can get up and get a go. There you go, see him? There he goes. So I got three rows of green beans, and I'm gonna plant a couple of rows of cowpeas, and then the rest of this garden I'm gonna plant some pole beans, the foot longers, right along that fence there. Now this is what it's like to live out here in the country, to hear the sounds of the wildlife and the owls, the coyotes. I don't know if he's going to answer back. There he is. I'd love to come out here and just stay in this cabin for one night. That'd be cool. It's really beautiful this morning. Sun's out. About 51 degrees out here. Yeah, it's been great weather since last night. You know, that's crazy to see that owl. And I thought for sure he was going to come out of the trees and get me. He came and checked me out to see if I was an owl. But that's crazy. So I was planning on burning this morning. There's still a light breeze. I don't know if I'm going to burn this or not. Wind's blowing pretty good. I may hold off, but go ahead and plant my cowpeas. I'm just about done here. You can see here. Right there's my last row of green beans. I'll plant a couple more rows of cowpeas. But along this fence here, I'm planning on maybe I may even extend my garden over to here. I haven't decided yet. But I'll just take it one day at a time and, go ahead and finish this out. Still waiting for my okra to get big enough to transplant it over here. And just be patient, I may have jumped the gun a little bit on planting, but the earlier you get your garden out, the better your crops will do. Midsummer and all that. Going into July and August, it's going to be really hot here, and I just kind of wanted to get an early start on my garden You know what they say, the bird gets the worm. But yeah, it's coming along good. I really enjoy this time of year, spring and early summer. It's perfect weather for growing crops and stuff. Even though a lot of people getting ready for their you know their farmers market and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm busy with so many projects out here to keep busy. I'm gonna try to work on this more today, maybe. I think I'm getting close to getting the floor leveled in here, and maybe put on some skirting on the back side of this, and pretty much yeah, still haven't got a lock put on this. I'm gonna put a lock on this for one reason. That way people can't come over here and steal my chicken eggs. But anyhow, I'll start on my garden this morning and get busy with that. I got plenty of stuff to do to stay active. And sooner or later, I'll have my chicken pen ready to put up. Have my little chicken run. I ordered instead of building a chicken pen, I'll just order one of those chicken runs off of the either Walmart.com or the Tammuz. They have a pretty nice little chicken pen you can order for like $100, which is a lot cheaper than I can ever build one for. But I still have those that wire and stuff I can use for like rabbit cages and stuff like that. But I really have a dream out here. You got to have a dream to you know to make something. Uh, that's my dream, is to have some chicken, maybe some quail or some rabbits, and definitely don't want to have some sheep. And I got a nice little area to have sheep at. This place right here, when I get her fenced in, all the way down to that corner that down there, uh, I think it'll hold maybe 4 or 5 head of sheep, and they pretty much take care of themselves once once you get your grass going. They fertilize their own grass. In the wintertime, I can move them up here where my garden is. I'm planning on putting me like a little lean-to here, a portable one with wheels. That way I can wheel it around back and forth, and I can take one of these panels down and make it like a little gate for them to go in and out uh, during the night, and they can go in my garden and they can fertilize my garden. Uh, I've done that one year. I lived up in Missouri and had me a little farm up there in Missouri, about 10 acres. I sold years ago, and I wish I'd kept it now, but you learn as you go. Like I said, in life, you go through some hardship and you end up having to sell something. But I like it here, and it's a beautiful area. But yeah, that's a great idea to have you a little lean-to that you can wheel around, and the sheep can get out of the weather. Put some wheels on it, and put the backside where you can just roll it around where you want it. That might be a good idea to make something like that. And I can move it from the bottom up to the top and bring them up here and rotate them and give the bottom part of the place a rest, during the winter, so it can regain itself, especially if you have fescue or something like that going there. Fescue will grow year round pretty much, and a good grass for the sheep to graze on. I got my rubber boots on this morning, and got my pant legs tucked into them. Yeah, you got to protect yourself against these ticks, and make sure you have your pant legs tucked in, and they can't get into your up underneath your pants and get around your ankles and socks, and tuck your shirt in and all that. You know, they have all these new diseases that are coming out and that never existed for thousands of years, and you got to wonder where they came from. You know, Lyme disease and that new disease that recently come out in the last 10 years. It bites you. You get where you can't eat meat, and these diseases have never existed in mankind, and all of a sudden we're starting to see them pop up. But protect yourself. Wear some rubber boots when you're out in your yard, your homestead, and around your garden. Once you start noticing ticks, you got to start protecting yourself. And not only that, especially the grass, you have chiggers and stuff like that. They'll just eat your ankles up, get all over you. Uh, but I usually don't have that problem over in the city. You don't have tick problems like you do out in the country because you've got a lot of foliage and stuff for the ticks fall out of the trees on you. And I was just working out here the other night, and the garden, I had one on my arm. I felt it crawling, and see, that's the thing. You know, you make sure you brush yourself off, and you can brush your clothing off and examine yourself right as soon as you get home, and take a shower, get cleaned up. You know, protect yourself, guys. If you're out in the countryside where there's lots of these blood-sucking parasites that spread these weird diseases that are popping up everywhere. It's that time of year already. He's grading our road this morning, keeping the roads clean. Yeah. Getting ready for the rain that's coming. So I got the other 2 rows put in. These are 2 rows are the cowpeas, and they really good producers. So this row of cabbage, when I harvest it, I'll probably put a row of okra here, and I have a row of okra over there also. And I got my bell peppers and my eggplants. And these onions also, when they're gone, I put a different crop in there, maybe cowpeas too. They're a high yield, and they're drought resistant also. And I'll have to start making a tomato cages so these tomatoes can go right up along that fence there. I may get some poles and make some runners that put zip ties around them and help them grow up straight. So I always carry a bucket of water right here at the edge when I'm working in the garden. That way I can wash my dirty hands. So I'm glad I have water out here. Well, it's another beautiful morning. It's a little cloudy today. Got a little bit of rain last night, and hopefully we get some more so my plants can start growing. My tomato plants are looking spectacular. So I came out here the other day. I had several strawberries that were ripe, and I come out here to get them, you know, and something beat me to them. they got my strawberries and I wasn't very happy about it. So I don't know where it was a rabbit or whatever. Looks like I'm gonna have to buy some chicken wire and put around this fence here. I can't afford to miss out on strawberries. All those strawberries, I got one little strawberry left here, and I got some more coming on there, but I got something coming over here and chewing my leaves off of these. I don't know whether it's a bug or whatever, but these strawberries should be producing some runners here pretty quick, and it shouldn't take too long for these to spread out. The broccoli looks really good today. And I got my lettuce coming up. You see the little light green? That's lettuce. And I'm hoping to harvest some lettuce pretty soon too. So today I'm gonna make some tomato cages for my tomatoes. So I'm just gonna take this wire and kind of go around in a circle with it. Yes. And I'm gonna connect it to the top like this, right here. So I'm going to cut along here. All the way down to the bottom. So these little ends here, I'm going to bend them over so they don't come unravel here. Same way. I'll turn it to the bottom for the top part. All the way down, and you kind of shape it the way you want it, and you got your a little tomato cage just like that. So your tomato cage will sit around your tomato just like that. I got it all rounded out pretty nice, and I'll put some runner posts up here to stabilize it and everything. Yeah, looks great. So I got my pole that I can hook up my line to and run down to my tomato plant. This is a help guide the plant up to the top here and give it some stability. To stay upright and not fall over, but it'll train it to go right up through here. And these here help stabilize your cage, and have a strong wind or something. But you'll see as the season goes along, it'll sustain itself. But I got to make about 10 more of these babies and we'll be done. And I'll go into more detail in my next video about this. So I got so much going on in this episode, and many more to come. I hope you'll stick with me to watch the rest of my my vlogs that I make about this channel. It's a beautiful day, and I'm going to end it here. That's all my vlog for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.